April 27, 1953. Purging loyalty. President Dwight D. Eisenhower signed Executive Order 10450, a landmark directive that redefined federal employment standards in the United States. This order replaced earlier Truman-era loyalty programs and mandated that federal employees could be dismissed not only for espionage or subversion, but also for behaviors deemed to affect their security risk, including immoral conduct. One significant effect of this language was the institutionalization of discrimination against homosexuals in government service, a practice that became known as the Lavender Scare. Executive Order 10450 authorized federal investigators to scrutinize employees' personal lives more intensively than ever before. The order expanded criteria for dismissal to include suspected homosexuality, political affiliations, financial irresponsibility, and associations deemed disreputable. Unlike prior loyalty programs focused primarily on communist ties, 10450 cast a wider net, viewing homosexuality as a threat equal to communism because it allegedly made individuals vulnerable to blackmail. This shift reflected and reinforced existing social prejudices at the time. As a direct result of Executive Order 10450, thousands of federal workers lost their jobs. Estimates suggest that between 5,000 and 10,000 government employees were purged due to suspected homosexuality alone during the 1950s. Workers were frequently dismissed without clear evidence or due process, often based on hearsay or anonymous accusations. The policy also encouraged loyalty investigations in state and local governments and among private contractors working with the federal government, spreading the reach of these practices beyond Washington. The broader impact of Executive Order 10450 was to cement homophobic policies within the structure of federal governance. It institutionalized fear and distrust within the civil service and signaled that private behaviors, even those unrelated to job performance, could constitute grounds for termination. The order helped shape a culture of secrecy and conformity that persisted throughout the Cold War period. Its effects on careers, lives, and American political culture were profound and lasting. Executive Order 10450 was not formally repealed until the 1990s, after the end of the Cold War and changing social attitudes about homosexuality and privacy. In 1995, President Bill Clinton issued Executive Order 12968, which prohibited discrimination based on sexual orientation in the granting of security clearances. Later, President Barack Obama took additional steps to address the historical injustices faced by LGBTQ federal employees. The historical significance of Executive Order 10450 lies in its role in expanding the definition of national security risks to include personal morality. It reflected deeply held societal biases of the era and institutionalized discrimination at the highest levels of government. It is remembered today as a stark example of how fear can lead to policies that violate civil liberties and undermine democratic principles. Understanding the legacy of Executive Order 10450 is essential to a full grasp of American history during the mid-20th century. For enthusiasts of historical ephemera, visit history-collectors.com to find collectibles that might complement your collection. You can own a piece of history.